Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be PiG versus Avilo here on Port Aleksander, the latter edition. Top left-hand corner is the Red Terran player PiG. He is a handsome gentleman from Australia. He casts StarCraft professionally. He has a Twitch stream, which I will link in the description. And this is a Carbot Infestor. The Carbot Infestor is so cute that a Terran player uses it. Okay, hang on a second. PiG goes random. So he got Terran this time, so... Alright, this makes sense. Bottom right-hand corner is the blue Terran player Avilo. He is also a professional StarCraft 2 player. He competes in WCS stuff. He's from the United States. Competes in the North American events. And let's go ahead and get right on into it. It's a TVT. I haven't cast one of these in a while, you guys, but TVT is in an interesting place right now. Ever since they nerfed the Cyclone by requiring a tech lab instead of not requiring a tech lab, which means you can't double pump Cyclones from your factory with a reactor. But other than that, it's basically Marine, Tank, Viking, Ghost, Medevac, Liberator, and, I don't know, maybe this will be interesting. PiG and Avilo are both fairly creative. We'll see. SCV Scouting here from Avilo, which I wholeheartedly applaud. You know how I feel about worker scouting. PiG's not interested. PiG's like, whatever, man, I have a plan. And I'm not going to deviate from it. No matter what. I like the lift on the supply depot. You're not coming in here. Oh, there's a wide open area over there. Fine, whatever. It's cool. Reaper name here for PiG is Shrek. Somebody once told me that a green ogre wanted no one to come into a swamp. Much to Shrek's annoyance, a donkey and a bunch of fairy tale creatures invaded his land, forcing Shrek to go out and demand the creatures be sent away. It turns out the magical creatures were being hunted down by invading Terran Dominion. Shrek was captured and squeezed into a Reaper suit. Got a kill. Got an SCV kill there. Nicely done. And Reaper here for Avilo is David Kim. David Kim simply could not figure out the balance of Reapers after years of tweaking the unit. Out of his ultimate dedication to his job, David Kim physically entered StarCraft 2 and literally became a Reaper to better understand the unit and fix balance once and for all. I believe that was submitted by Fatty from Fatty TV. Wonderful player. Wonderful dude. I like Fatty a lot. He was on one of the more recent episodes of the Falcon Paladin Hour, a weekly podcast featuring myself and Samacon, an Australian. Fatty joined us. He is a fellow American. So 2 Americans and an Aussie here in this game too in PiG. So lots of Australia talk today as it turns out. Reaper trying to do stuff. No, Shrek can't do anything there. David Kim is he in the Reaper? He's in the bunker, man. He's in the bunker is where he lives. So Reapers in TVT these days really don't do a whole lot, it turns out. Double Reaper here from PiG, maybe. But the bunker is a problem, it turns out there. So Reapers in this map cannot hop up anywhere. It's a bad map for Reapers. They can hop up over here, and they can come up the ramp, and that's it, which means you have to get in past this bunker, which is bad. You can heal up after taking shots, but you can't make the run by, is the problem. Yeah, now there's a Cyclone, and now the Reapers aren't going to do anything. So Reapers, like I said, early game TVT, not that great. So it turns out here. So both players doing their thing. Third command center on their way from PiG. That's pretty fast. Any sign of a third here from Avilo? Nah, man, but he is meching it, dude. He is a meching player for sure. He likes going mech in all matchups. And picking off an SCV there. Nicely done by PiG. Taking that sucker down. Engineering Bay coming up. Lock on. Does get... See, this is what I'm talking about. Reapers need to go when Cyclones show up. They kill them so fast. No bonus damage, right? Because bonus versus armored on that lock-on ability and the regular attack on Cyclone, but no bonus damage versus Reapers. They just hit so hard the Reaper dies real fast anyway. It's like lock-on versus Zerglings. It doesn't do bonus damage versus Lings, but by golly, they die to lock-on real fast. Cyclone versus Cyclone action here. Dun 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 dun. No, PiG doesn't want to engage, despite the fact that he has a Reaper involved. Extra damage would be enough to win that thing, and really quick mag field accelerator from Avilo. He's going for double Cyclone. It just requires 2 factories to do it, so I'm liking it. I'm liking the mech play. Have I seen a meching Terran versus Terran recently? I don't think I have. Not even casting for Africa. Africa TV, which is where I cast every other week. Super high level StarCraft, you guys. We've had Dark. We've had Creature. We have Keen. I mean, it's just the players. The players are insanely good that show up to those things that we recruit. It's me and Laughing Games. We cast them live out on Africa TV. on Laughing Games channel. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out. But Cyclone versus Cyclone, and trying to take down the Raven too. Doesn't get the Raven. Is forced to retreat from that position. Avilo doesn't like it very much at all. Barracks still continuing to scout around here. Avilo scouting with the barracks. That really tells Pig this is going to be mech. But of course he knows it's mech because he knows that Avilo is a meching player. It's like Ruff. Ruff is a meching player too. Cyclone's trying to... Oh, they get that tank. Nice control, actually. Not too shabby. Cyclone camp, not too bad here from Avilo. Two of them are extremely injured. Oh, it does get picked off by a Marine. Landed Viking does bonus damage versus Mechanical, which by golly, Cyclones are. So Landed Viking does better against the thing. You think pulling the SCVs in this situation. Pig feeling really unsafe with the number of Cyclones that are showing up here as they continue to join the party and continue to be made back home. An additional factory is under production here too. Barracks scouts in, sees a whole bunch of barracks, a fellow barracks, as it turns out, repairing this Viking, which doesn't have any kills. Raven, you have any kills? No kills on that one either. So honestly, some repairing on the Cyclones would be pretty good too, because that is a 1 HP Cyclone and that is an 8 HP Cyclone. It's not fantastic. Barracks, scouts, double engineering bay. At this point, just trying to get out of here alive. It's scouted everything it needs to. Third base here from Pig. Third base under construction for Avilo on the right side. And you know what? This third base for Pig's in trouble, I think. See, lock on Marines. No bonus damage versus armored, but it doesn't matter. Still kills the Marine really, really fast. Forces a liftoff on this orbital command. Can they kill it? No, it's burning at the very least. They're trying to take down that Viking with lock on. Bam! Not many shots to kill a Viking there, as it turns out. Repair on the third base. It's going to delay it, allowing Avilo to keep up and catch up in economy. So this is kind of good. If you're meching and you are on equal worker count, if not more worker count than Pig, I kind of like it. I kind of like the macro we're seeing here. Cyclones being really annoying. They have that mag field accelerator upgrade. You can tell because they have the lasers coming out of their fronts right now. So third base is landed. Orbital command ready to rock. Third base by Avilo is done. Upgrading this guy to an orbital command 2. Bringing the Cyclones home. Repairing them, I feel like would be a good idea right now. But yeah, Pig's just bioing it, man. He's making Marines. He's working on combat shield and +1/+1 for infantry and getting an armory for additional upgrades for Marines, because that's what you need them for. He might make some tanks. Tanks are pretty good against Cyclones just because they outrange them and hit real hard, but it's just the one factory, no tank production at all. He's got 2 in defensive positions right now. I don't think he's going to go crazy with the tank count, though, but kind of feel like he should against Cyclones. But tank production also on the way from Avilo right now, working on +1 vehicle attack, whereas Pig, again, spending all of his upgrades on the infantry upgrades, which is fine. I don't know what died here. Something Pig died there, at least. Heidi, heidi ho. Yeah, but I mentioned the Falcon Paladin Hour. You can check it out. Just search Falcon Paladin on your podcast app, or search Falcon Paladin Hour in the Google machine, and you'll find it there too. But most recent podcast episode, by the time you see this, I want to say it's going to be E3. It's an E3 recap from Falcon and Salmacron. Pretty good time. Also, there's a merch store. I know some people don't know about the merch store, so you can check that out. Just search Shopify and Falcon Paladin in the Googles. You'll see that one too. Trying to get additional stuff out there. So when there's new shirts, I'll let you know. There were some really cool shirts I had like a couple years ago now that were kind of like Game of Thrones, StarCraft 2 mashup style things. And those like House Terran, House Protoss, House Zerg, and they were great. I really liked those shirts. Trying to get them up elsewhere. The design, trying to get them on a different store, and we'll see how that works out. But right now, Army Supply 72 to 64 in favor of Avilo. This has got to be a scouting SCV. Just going to run into a bunch of buzzsaw Marines here. Look at them stim for that SCV. SCV cannot escape. Stim. Nom, 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 nom. They chow it down. So Marine, Tank, Marauder, a Raven in the mix here. 2 Cyclones getting picked off. Tanks setting up. Wha-bam! Everybody trailing fire as they retreat from that position. Thor's on the way from Avilo. This is getting pretty hefty. This here Tank Thor setup. He's setting up on 3 bases. He's moving back and forth. He's kind of playing these like they're queens against a Terran player who's trying to harass. Just swinging them up and down and around the ramps and covering all of the bases. I like it. Pig taking the opportunity to get a 4th base, working on triple Ghost Academy. Hey, that's interesting. What the heck is he going Ghost for? Steady targeting on the Cyclones, maybe? Nukes, maybe? I'd love nukes. I would love to see nukes in this TBT. 5th base from Pig 2, recognizing that Avilo is turtling. And this is something you can learn from, but guys. If you're playing against a Terran player who is turtling like this, has sensor towers up, has a lot of tanks, has a bunch of command centers under construction, is just missile turrets, is not looking like he's going to move out at all. Double, triple, quadruple expand. You can afford it. It is nukes. It is nukes from Pig. Oh, I'm in love with these nukes. Also getting personal cloaking for those dudes. This is going to be good. This is going to be a good TBT. Drilling claws coming in. Working on a Corvid reactor. Increasing the starting energy for Ravens. Zavalo. And Pig just not really all that interested in pushing in. He's expanding a bunch. Like I said, his income is going to be higher than Avilo's here in just a couple minutes. Yeah, Mule's getting called down on the new base. Other new base coming up now. And really pretty happy to be at 72 workers here about 11 minutes is Pig. So sensor towers really covering a lot here for Avilo. It's going to be hard for Pig to sneak in anyway. And taking him down is going to be pretty hard too, as the sensor towers are fairly well protected by things like, you know, tanks and Thors and more tanks and planetary fortresses in weird places too. So I'm liking it. I'm liking the mech style. Hellions cruising out, trying to get some stuff done. That's how you got to play mech. You have to harass. Oh, finds this medevac of pigs just chilling down here, by the way. I don't know what they were even trying to do. I think he saw the sensor tower and was like, I can't sneak in, and there's turrets here anyway. That'd be a hard drop position for sure. Marines catching a Cyclone up here to the north on the right side. Nice pick off there. +3 attack coming in for the Marines. And Marauders and Ghosts. They all benefit from those infantry upgrades. A Marauder group. Look at this Marauder heavy group. That is a hot skin right there. It's a really, really hot skin. These Hellions are toast. They don't do bonus damage versus anything here, and everybody dies. I guess the Marines, yes. First nuke of the game. Attempted here. I think it's going to land. Avilo is not recognizing where it is. Oh, last second. Got it. 6 kills on that Ghost, but it could have been a lot worse. Ghost nuke number 2. Nuke number 3 coming up over here. Marines attacking into Avilo's attempt at a 4th base. He's trying to bait them into this nuke, is what he's doing. Does Avilo see it? Oh, gosh, that's a lot of dead stuff. Boom! Couple tanks go down. That one landed too. 19 kills. Oh, we got that one. Sorry, the 2 nukes were going on at the same time. It's hard to... It is hard to keep track of them both. So that one lands first. Good golly, 19 kills on that Ghost. It's 73 to 61 workers now. Pig has a pretty decent lead after that. Yeah, a couple nukes landing. All nukes getting something done here, paying for themselves to some extent. Marines and Marauders of Pig trying to sneak on into the 4th base, shut that sucker down, forcing a cancel on a couple missile turrets. And Pig, I think he's just going to try to nuke his way into victory here. Takes down a tank here at the 3rd base, gets past the planetary fortress, and gets into the mineral line. Anti-armor missile tossed down on the Marines and Marauders, but nothing's actually hitting them, so they don't care. Auto turret in the mix, landing Vikings actually to handle this, and it is going to be enough to clean it up. But that's a lot of dead SCVs. 27 SCVs have been killed by Pig in this game. That is a pretty decent advantage. 73 to 51 workers. For Avilo, not looking good that way. And the final Marine gets wiped out. Honestly, 2 more Ghost Academies on the way from Pig here. Tanks setting up in siege positions. They have the vision thanks to the scans. Man, gotta scan. Or he does take down a sensor tower. Nicely done. Gotta zoom out a lot in this match, it turns out. A lot of tank versus tank fire going on. Multi-pronged harass. Thor underneath the barracks gets wiped out by a tank and a couple Marauders. Marauders are such a good answer for this. Army supply 86 to 68. Interference matrix on one of Pig's tanks there, and they does help the Vikings wipe it out. Another nuke coming in. Reaction time for Avilo much better this time. Yeah, from both bases. So both nukes look like they're going to land, but whether or not they kill anything is another question. A couple of refineries go down to the 3rd base, which is a pretty major victory. 23 kills on that Ghost. Now another nuke coming up at the 4th just to finish off that planetary fortress. And Pig, this is how you handle... Where the heck are these guys going? I think that was a bad rally of some kind. Yep, planetary fortress goes down. This Ghost only has 8 kills, but one of them is a planetary fortress, which I think is pretty impressive. Honestly, this ghost is still just hanging out up here. Hey, man. How's it going? Good. Great. I'm glad you're still alive. Avilo has not chased you out yet. Avilo trying to replace his SCV count. It is 50 to 72 right now. It is not good. It is not good for the Blue Terran player. And Pig just making 5 nukes at a time. He is just absolutely nuking Avilo into oblivion, expanding down the left side because why not? Auto turret harass at the 3rd base because why not? That's what I always say. Do what you want to do because life is short. If you want to nuke Avilo 18 times in the first 10 minutes of a game, go for it. No one's stopping you. How are the upgrades for Avilo? He's got +1 vehicle weapons and +1 armor. It's going to be more double nuke attempts here. Zoom! Sure. So this one first. PF takes some damage. PF takes some damage. Going to double nuke here too. That ghost is going to die. No, interference matrix on the ghost. I forget that works on psionics. Not too shabby. Both refineries go down to the 3rd base. The 4th base goes down to a Marine Marauder ball. Finishes it off. Sets up his tanks here, but he's way outnumbered on tanks. And that bio gets obliterated here. That was not good. Well, maybe don't go up that ramp next time. Recommended decisions. But yeah, I mean, Pig just has a massive economy. He's at 73 workers. He's at 1 million bases. Auto turret harass still doing stuff. Nuke attempts. Nope, that ghost dies as it's tossing down a nuke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases here from Pig. Is that even right? 2, 3, 4, 8. I guess there's 8 now. An additional command center is being built here too. We see Polt do this. This is a good Terran strategy. If you're ahead and you have a lot of money, a lot of resources, just build a ton of orbital commands and stuff. It'll be worth it. So many nukes landing today. Bam. And that one doesn't happen. This one trying to... He's got 10 kills, but by golly, he wants more. He dead, though. Goodbye, ghost. We knew thee well. Body goes flying there. So, I mean, Avilo has not been able to move out. He's not been able to get up the giant mech army that he wants. It is 105 to 87 army supply. That's a lot of Vikings, too. Why does he have so many Vikings? I guess maybe to wipe out the medevac count, but honestly, there are 2 medevacs for Pig. You don't really want to fight bio with Vikings. I don't know what this is. I'm really confused by this from Avilo. Maybe that just speaks to my inexperience with TBT and his style in particular. But I don't know what these Vikings are for. Maybe if Pig was going battle cruiser instead of mass nuke, the Vikings would be better, but they are, I mean, absolutely mass nuke is the play here for Pig. He's got 5 nukes in production right now. As we speak. He's tossed down a hajillion so far. I wish we could see how many nukes have been tossed down in a game, but we can't because they don't count as units lost or anything else. These ghosts, I don't know where they're going, but they're dead now. They're without question dead now. Random nuke here from Pig in the middle of Nowheresville, just forcing Avilo to scan, I believe is what's happening right now. But see this bio? See how it kind of wipes out your ground army if you're not careful with it? Hey, look, another nuke. Hey, look, another nuke. Hey, look, another nuke. It's a lot of nukes. I'm spending more time super zoomed out in the super zoom setting here than I have in a game in a long time. That one lands. These ones do not land. Liberator is doing some work here versus this bio. I kind of like it. But I mean, this is kind of how this works. Mech doesn't need as many bases as bio does just to be cost efficient and to get stuff done because their units cost... It's a cost efficiency thing. You can do more with less of mech units versus bio, but you don't have the maneuverability that the bio does. So you want to out-expand your meching opponent and try to be everywhere that the meching player isn't, but in direct engagements, you're pretty much just going to lose. Pig trying to sneak a ghost up here. There we go. Just toss it down willy-nilly. Why not? It's got 4 more nukes where that came from. Oh, the pincer. God, my zooming is hard. It's really difficult to do here. So that one, nope, that one's toast. Oh, gosh, got that one. Injured a bunch of tanks. Took down a Liberator. 12 kills on that ghost. And he's just expanding everywhere. Pig is taking stuff on Avilo's side of the map right now. That is how consistently nukey Pig is. This is the most nukes I've seen in a game in a while. Oh, that said, I guess I did recently post Maru versus Scarlet from WESG, that third place, one of the matches there, and that might have been more nukes than this, although we're still working on that. We are working on the title here from Pig. He is making a lot of nukes still, 4 nukes in production. Oh, Ghost taking down a Hellbat. That's crazy stuff. Pushing into the third base with Marines and Marauders with full upgrades. Tanks, no, not enough. Third base in a heck of a lot of trouble. Taking this down is a huge problem for Avilo. He needs every bit of income that he can get. His SCV count is plummeting right now. 36 workers to 73 from Pig. Another nuke coming down. Calling down the Thunder. Production tab by Pig is insane right now. It's doing all of the things. Upgrades, nukes. I can't even keep track of all of the nukes that are getting called down here. That one, again, just to make Avilo worry. That one goes down, doesn't kill anything. Excuse me. I've just never seen a TVT like this before. It feels like something Pig was absolutely going for. He didn't just do this on the fly. I mean, he was going to expand everywhere. He was going to nuke Avilo everywhere he could. And that was the plan. Get a bunch of bio, get them fully upgraded, run them around, kill stuff if you can. Have good map awareness. Resources lost here, 24,000 for Pig and 22,000 for Avilo. So it's not like that's a big hit, though. That's a massive hit there. 26 kills on that ghost. Pig's throwing down auto turrets all over these tanks, trying to make stuff happen. Nope. Tank's pretty good versus auto turrets, you guys, but Avilo's third base has not been reclaimed. He's effectively on 3 bases, but only because he got a 4th, which has just been nuked. It's at 27 SCVs. I think this is just the end, is what I'm thinking here. Oh, gosh, that would have been the biggest nuke. Maybe not the biggest nuke, but that would have been a massive nuke for sure. Goodbye, friend. Friendly missile turret. Yeah, man, Pig's taken every base on the map that Avilo can't see, basically. Avilo has 2 bases he can see that he's not taken, that I think Pig is going for now along the top side. Again, I don't know what's with the huge Viking count. I really don't. 106 to 94 army supply. It's good for Avilo if he moves out with everything. He might actually get some stuff done here. I like how Pig doesn't even bother making this a planetary. It's like, it's cool, whatever. Lose that orbital command. I still have a billion others of them. He currently does have 5 orbital commands. Only, wait, what? No. 10 orbital commands. Wrong color. Barracks scouting around on the north, sees what Pig is up to. What does Avilo know? He knows about that. He knows about this now. Gonna find out about this one. Thank you, Adjutant. Thank you for the nuclear launch detected message. So that one's gonna land on a missile turret. That one's gonna land. Nope, I don't think that one's gonna land. Too much blue here, as it turns out. That one's gonna land on top of a couple tanks, probably. Pig is just going scorched earth today on Avilo. Just absolutely scorched earth. The interference matrix on the Ghost is fine. Marines and Marauders sneaking into the natural base. Goodbye engineering bay. Goodbye orbital command. Goodbye missile turret. It's some decent hits here. It's not like it's game-ending damage at all. The Vikings landing and trying to fight against this. No bonus versus the bio, as it turns out. The 4 is actually not that good against bio either. It's really what you need are tanks to handle this kind of thing. They're going to be cost-efficiently trading here for Pig. Meanwhile, Pig is going for additional nukes. Okay? He just is. Ah! Avilo with the rage! With the rage. Let's be honest, you clicked on this video expecting some Avilo rage, and by golly, you got some Avilo rage. If I realize you do this, I play entirely different. Well, yes, obviously, but that's what StarCraft is. You have to scout your opponent, see what they're doing, and then adapt. Incredible. What an incredible statement there from Avilo at the end of the match. Just beautifully, beautifully expressed. If I knew what you were doing, I would have played differently. As Pig's making 7 nukes at a time right now. I've never seen a TVT where one player nukes the other one into submission. That was dumb. It was a really dumb game, but really fun too. I hecka enjoyed it. Hecka? What year is it? Where am I from? I don't know anyway. Pig, 31,000 resources lost. Avilo, 31,000 resources lost. The heck is all the resources lost from Pig? Do all those nukes count as resources lost? I bet they do, because you spend money on them, and then they kill stuff, but you lose the unit, right? Nah, but banelings. Banelings don't count as resources lost if... Maybe they do. Maybe banelings do. I don't know, actually. I should look this up. Maybe you know. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. Because look at this. This isn't a lot. 11 medevacs, 15 ghosts, 113 marines. Okay, so 50 marauders is pretty hefty. 7 tanks, not bad either. But 101 SCVs down in this match. 3 planetary fortresses. A command center. 31 tanks. I mean, Avilo just lost everything. He lost all of the stuff the whole time. He never even really tried to move out. He ended up killing this one base. But he spent so much time defending against nukes and scanning and disabling and interference matrixing with those ghosts that he never could move out. And Pig knew it. He knew he could keep Avilo trapped in his base if he constantly nuked his face. And he did. And it worked. And it was incredibly creative. And that's what I'm talking about. I like casting these games because of the creativity on display at the GM level. And that's what this is. GM level, pro level stuff. Incredible. Incredible. Full NA, man. I think that was incredibly a full NA level game. Whew. All right. You know what? It's bedtime for me. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.